Hey guys, so today we're going to be painting our notebooks, my notebooks, because well, school starts for me in about like a week, a little less than that. Um, so you know, we need to get our school stuff all painted, so that way we're ready for when school starts, and we're in a little bit of a time crunch because we have 4 notebooks and 24 pencils, I believe, that I need painting, plus like other things, other little school supplies things that I have that I'm not sure if I'm painting yet, but might be painted, right? And you might be thinking, oh, well, a week roughly isn't that bad to paint uh, 4 notebooks and 24 pencils. Uh, that's a notebook a day slash 6 pencils, since it's gonna be like a notebook and pencil set, right? Well, you're wrong, because I leave home to go to a different state tomorrow, and I get back the day before school starts. So we gotta lock in into this because I have like 7 hours before I have to go to bed. Right? Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to sand down the cover of it, simply because it's easier. I mean, you don't have to sand it down. You can get straight into painting, or you can do a white coat first. I like sanding it down because it's just easier for me. I don't have to do the white coat, and I don't have to deal with that. Okay, so we have our notebook all sanded down, right? And so as you can see, it is very messy when you do sand it, but I like sanding it because like when you're doing lighter colors, it's easier to do it. It's easier to paint lighter colors on a lighter surface rather than painting it on a darker surface, because then you have to put multiple layers of it and whatnot, or you have to do a white coat, and depending on how you need it, you know, yeah, doing like that. Or I've done notebooks where like the backs are just pure white. I can show you that in a second. I have to wash my hands first. But when you're doing it and it's pure white, painting it on a darker surface, you have to have multiple layers. Whereas it lowers the amount of paint that you have to use to get that clear white coat. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta wash my hands. Okay, I just washed my hands, but then I remembered I wanted to show you how messy it is in case you actually do want to sand your notebook before you start painting. So, like, just show you how messy it is. My hands already all blue. That's what's on the cover. And so on some of your pages, you can see that there's like faint blue here. I don't mind it. If that's something you mind, then you might want to switch it up or whatever. But no, you will get a little bit of a mess for it. It cleans off really easily. Just take a wet cloth, it'll come right off. But yeah. Alright, so as you saw, after you sand it, you want to make sure that you wipe off your notebook. Otherwise, there's still going to be pigment on your notebook, and you don't really want that when you start painting because it's going to mix with your paint. So just wipe off your notebook, and I still have a bit of blue on my hands, but that's fine. What art process isn't messy? I mean, digital art. But we're not doing digital art right now. Right, so we have our notebook all clean. Now, oh, also, the amount you sand is totally up to you. You don't have to sand. You can sand less than this. You can sand more than this. It all depends on what you want to do. I wouldn't recommend sanding so much that you, like, actually ruin the cover, but just enough to get, like, enough pigment off. And with spiral notebooks, I don't know how to take the cover off. And I'm sure, obviously, you can take the cover off of a spiral notebook. I don't know how to do that, and I haven't actually looked up how to do it. That's why. That's why the spiral side isn't sanded down, obviously. But if you know how to take the cover off, let me know, please. Also, you can take the cover off. Otherwise, you can just paint in there and then clean it off later. You'll have to scratch it off. Or I have a different spiral notebook, which I'll put a picture up, where you don't even have to sand down the whole thing. If you aren't planning on, if you just want to like draw a little character or something, you can do that too. You don't have to sand the whole thing. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, if you want to just put a little character on, you don't even have to sand it. You can just go straight into painting, like sketch it out, paint it, do your normal stuff. But yeah, you don't have to do that. When I first started painting spiral notebooks, it's not something I did, but last year for my school supplies, I decided that I wanted the entire thing to be covered and not just have a little piece. But I'll show you pictures of past notebooks. I'll put up pictures of my past notebooks. Right? Okay, so now we are going to sketch out our design for what we are going to do on our notebook. Okay, I did my little sketch off. Oops. I did my little sketch off camera because it's not like a genuine sketch. It's just a bunch of squiggles for the design that I decided I wanted to go with for this. And so I did it off camera, and that's why my camera's probably a different thing. But next one, I'll make sure to put my sketch on my computer so I can actually show you me drawing it, sketching it out before I start painting. But yeah, so we have our little sketch. I don't know how well you can see, but just some circles and little squigglies, little blobs. Okay, now that we have our sketch, we can actually start painting. So let me grab my paint. Okay, so now that we have our paint, well, we're gonna start off with, I actually might need a white coat for this. We're gonna start off with a little bit of a white coat, simply because this is a light color and you can still see the blue underneath. So we're gonna do a white coat. Okay, so I thought I'd take a little bit of time before I start yapping again. Just to say that if you have any ideas or like any kind of theme or anything like that that you think I should paint on my notebook, or you just would like to see me paint on a notebook, put it in the comments, because I would love some ideas. I have ideas already, a couple ideas already, but I do have 4 notebooks and like 3 ideas, and that's only 3 notebooks slash pencil set. So if you guys do have an idea and you do want to see it on a notebook, tell me. Put it in the comments. Okay, I would love to know. So low-key, my phone died because I needed to charge it. But we are back. And so I don't know how much of it recorded, so Loki just gonna explain what I did. So I painted all of these, specifically these areas, these 4 areas. Those needed to be painted because right there is where light blue is going to go, and it wasn't going to show quite well. So I just added a little lighter coat there. And then I decided to just add some paint in this area as well, just in case, so that way it would be easier to actually get it all shown. So now originally I was going to paint this area, however, I feel like this area will be like a little bit more messy, and so we're going to paint this area first, just so I can get it out of the way, and then painting the blue area won't be as hard. Okay, so I just pulled up my reference photo for what I want this to be. Now that that's there, I can start painting it. It's attempting to. Anyway, because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to put paint there and see how it goes. Don't judge me. Actually, yeah. No, we listen and we don't judge, guys. Promise. Oh, one thing I did want to say though, earlier is that when you are painting, if you truly don't want paint on your notebook itself, you should put a piece of paper or some tape or something. Be careful with tape though, because it could ruin your notebook depending on things and where you place it. But put like a sheet of paper in between, so that way your paint won't actually touch your notebook. Okay, because I actually hate sitting there in silence. I mean, I don't hate it. This is probably the last little voiceover I do, probably because it's also like the last empty space. But, dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, also, guesses as to what the theme for this is. I am curious as to what you think it is, and I'll definitely let you know, at the end when I'm fully done with it, so you can see. But I am curious about what you think it is that I am painting, or like the theme, because it's not exactly it's not exactly that, but it's kind of based off of a show. I will tell you that it's based off of a show, so I am curious about what show you guys think it is. Okay, so I low-key forgot to turn off my music, so a little bit of a voiceover. But, so we finished our centerpiece there in the middle, and we also added the little dots because I definitely did not forget to do that. But the reason why there's like a little skip is because I ran out of, or I'm running out of storage. So, had a little uh, time skip. But now that that's all done, we get to paint the blue where all the white is. And so that's what we're going to do. And I don't know how much, at the time, I didn't know how much I was actually going to get to paint for you guys. It's not all that much. But, yeah, so that's what we did. We were painting all the blue. Okay, so I painted all of the blue off camera because I was running out of storage, but I have all the blue done, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like, I want to fill in this blue area with something, and I'm still kind of looking at it in a sense as to how I'm going to fill in this area. I think I have an idea for what it's going to be, but still, we're going to fill in this blue area because I don't like how plain it is. And then we're going to finish up this area here and we'll be almost done. But that's all I'm going to do for in this video specifically. I'm going to take a break, come back, and then I'm gonna make this I'm gonna finish the rest in part 2, which, yeah, you get it. Okay, anyway, bye.